Happy Thursday, Tianon. How you doing today?
Doing all right.
Hey, that's a step up from before.
Yeah. I mean, the AC that cools the room I'm in is currently broken. There are people upstairs working on that right now, so that's not ideal.
I
My
actually had the
sinuses
win
are acting up, so I probably sound a little bit funny, but we're
and I just
alive.
had the windows open earlier today for the first time in a bit.
Yeah, if I opened the windows right now, it would get a lot warmer in here.
Has the smoke from Canada come down in your direction at all? It's probably all going to the east.
Not that I've seen.
Yeah. Came down
Google
this
says our air
way.
quality is 48.
Yeah, it came down this direction about a week ago and I walked out. It looked like looked pretty sad outside. I took a
Yeah,
picture of the sunrise and you could not see the sun in the picture. It was just you had to zoom in and like, oh wait, I see a little outline of something there.
that's crazy. Do not want.
No, not at all. Well, it looks like some folks are starting to show up. This is what I get for starting these things 5 minutes after. Everybody shows up 5 minutes after the start. But on the plus side, you're not missing much because I don't think we have much to chat about today. Unless folks want to have their own topics. Hint, hint.
Hey, I just had one quick question.
Ask away.
So the PR that is open for the blog push location,
Yep.
so is there like we talked about putting should here instead of must?
I I'm throwing what's the word I put into there? I think I said that right now it's a should be with that path, and I was saying we could relax that to a may or an implementer note or something like that instead of being more restrictive on the verbiage. But
So yeah,
that's just my own opinion. Others can disagree, agree, whatever they feel like.
okay.
Yeah, the phrasing I put in there came out of what we agreed to in the meeting. So I stick to what people agree with because that's usually the verbiage we can get past the PR reviews. But yeah, let's see. We had the phrasing does not necessarily need to be provided on by the registry itself. And so I just said maybe provided by a server other than the registry. I was being a little bit more specific on the may or whatever language there. And then optionally a location may be absolute. I just said, blob push location to be more specific on what location we're talking about. But the one you're asking about is the new sentence we added, which was the blob push location should be, and
Yeah.
this path here. We agreed in the meeting to should. I'm perfectly happy. Let's see. Scope of unique local repo. Rom, you're killing me here. Not that bad, but I get what you're saying, Rom, but we just had unique above, and now you're making me redefine it, even though we didn't define it above. It was a unique session ID. I would say it needs to be unique according to the registry's whatever it's doing.
I mean, the previous text said UUID, which should be globally unique.
Yeah. But then it said representing a session ID.
Yeah,
So
that does feel too prescriptive. I agree with getting rid of that text, but yeah, scoping that uniqueness is probably just registry level uniqueness, or it's up to the registry to define what level of uniqueness matters and is appropriate there.
How unique would you like it to be, Rob?
UUID would have been good.
Like if the blob push location is already scoped to a specific repo, then unique only needs to be unique for that repo technically, right? And a registry is free to implement this with a UUID. Maybe the solution here is to recommend a UUID.
Oh, that's just a step too far right there. We just unrecommended it.
Well, it used to say it must contain a UUID, which is too strong. That's how we got here in the first place.
It is.
But it doesn't have to be a globally unique identifier. It just has to be something unique enough that the registry can identify this specific upload, given the other context that it already has, like the repo name. But if a registry were to provide a blob push location that wasn't repo specific, that was just a generic blob upload URL, that would be kind of pathological, but it is possible. It is valid. Then a UUID is probably a better idea.
I like
And
leaving
is
this up to the registry.
a UUID is easier in both cases, but yeah, this is definitely a registry concern. I just don't know how to write that well in the spec language.
I left it ambiguous. It's a unique ID. Unique to who? That's up to you. Derek, this was in here at your request. Do you have opinions on how unique we get this thing?
I'm I'm okay with the ambiguity. Um,
Ambiguity for the
I
win.
it's we tried to separate before what's spec and a what's guidance. Um, I mean this does miss a little bit of the guidance of like then the next question is what format does my unique ID need to be in? Does it need to be a number? Does it need to be can it have dashes in this case for a normal UUID? So I don't know if it's worth mentioning, maybe not right here, but somewhere that's normally registries will just use a UUID string.
Push location sharing. I'm reading Sajid's comment here. Who's sharing push locations? Is it multiple clients sharing push locations with each other, or is it multiple registries pushing to the same location?
I think it's more in the sense of the like we've been discussing, like, say, for example, if you have a builder uh, and the content is already been built in a location that's trusted, can we actually ingest that data, not even going through the push API? It's like what Tianan said, uh, pretty Frankensteinish at this point. So bolting down the fact that we have to even push the layer is something that we're kind of thinking about. But I think there are more immediate concerns like what Derek is talking about. If you put in the must make the uh, unique ID stricter, we need to probably like define what that means as well.
I mean, I'm personally leaning toward softening this to a may, at which point it's softened enough that unique ID and even the whole path is just, it's all registry implementation decisions at that point.
So you are just suggesting like don't put any UUID or any restrictions, just let the registry decide what location they want to see.
they want to provide. Can be
I mean,
like hash or
that's the very next line, right?
yeah. I just got a little bit confused because it says like one is like it must contain a unique ID. Then we're going from should, and then we're going from may.
So the must contain a unique ID is basically us telling the registries that, hey, you can't have a chance of one client pushing two blobs that are going to collide with each other or two different clients that are going to collide with each other. You need to do something to make this so that they're not going to clash on uploads. How you do it, I'll leave that up to the registry personally.
Hmm.
I think conceptually, this idea that the blob push location can be specified as whatever by the registry, as supported by it including a link to Backblaze talking about offloading uploads, basically. Um, this exists ostensibly so that we can offload the blob push directly to something like S3. But I think the shape of this API already makes it so that that's not possible in practice. That a registry can't return like a pre-signed S3 URL that a client could directly upload to, especially because the server then has to go and process the blob when it's done uploading.
So I would say potentially it can't be done with current implementations of S3, but it doesn't mean someone couldn't make an S3++ that has whatever
Yeah.
APIs the registry needs to implement this nicely.
I guess the place I was going with this is I don't think we should over-rotate on a feature that doesn't currently even work for the thing it was designed for.
Yeah. For me, the key was that if somebody wants to offload this to another server or if they want to point somewhere else, the idea, the unique idea is just make sure you're not colliding on what paths you're giving clients out there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, clients shouldn't care what's in that path. They should just follow whatever you give them.
So should that first line be must be, or just be more generically say must be unique, and then the second line say may be this unique ID, and only have the unique ID in that sentence about that structure? Because otherwise, you could read this as like, what is this unique ID? Like, what exactly is this, and why is it needed if I define it at a different registry?
Why
I'd
is
be
it
good
that
with that.
we care that this URL contains a unique ID from the spec?
Yeah,
I, I,
I was thinking around the same thing. Yeah.
yeah. So I think what Derek's saying is we're not saying you have to push to a unique ID. You just need to push to a unique URL of some kind
But why?
because you might have multiple clients.
Tianon, if I understood correctly, so you are saying on the same line, like why do we care? It should be like the registry is concerned how unique the ID can be. I mean, how unique the URL should be here, right?
Yeah, I mean, like we're encoding the text unique ID in here or unique URL or unique push location because a registry needs to blank.
Support concurrent uploads.
Okay, so could we change the language such that we just make sure that registries have to choose a blob push location that supports concurrent uploads? Because they might get more than one of these at a time.
Yeah. So should I phrase it that the blob upload location must contain must be a unique URL to support concurrent uploads?
I think what Tianan's saying is don't say anything about uniqueness. Say the registry must support concurrent uploads. And then it's up to the registry to decide how to do that. And most of them probably will have a unique URL, but then that's not a spec concern. That's an implementation concern on the registry side.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good idea here.
I'm good with that. I'm just mentally planning on what I need changes to, but I'll get that updated.
So you want that second line. This is kind of like an implementer suggestion to do it this way.
An implementer note, in fact, it's the phrase
Yeah.
I was going to put in there. So,
But is
Derek, are you good if I change this from should to saying implementation note?
yeah,
Many registries will use this path.
yeah. I think
Okay.
that's the main thing that I'm concerned about is that if we don't give a clear solution to implementers, then it's kind of like
Yeah.
not clear what to do.
But then we get rid of the whole should language on this one. We do say it must support concurrent uploads
Yeah,
from
I'm fine with
one
that.
client sending multiple blobs, multiple clients concurrently, whatever. Okay. Hey, progress. All right, so I'll rephrase that one. Let's see.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Anything more on that one before I jump to the next bullet point here? We don't have much to chat about, so if we got more to chat about this, feel free.
You mean we can't spend an hour chatting just about blob push location?
Oh, Derek, you just opened the challenge right there. Let's do it.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Uh, I will give you something to do just for opening that one. Derek, if you want to approve this nomination for Tianon, that would be another check on the box
I
there.
don't know. I think we need to discuss that privately. I have some
I'm
concerns about that
I'm
guy.
sure that you need to make sure Tianon like makes some kind of offering behind this, the envelope stuff full of 20 or something like that in the back room. That's between
Yeah,
you and him.
I didn't receive my bribe yet.
Um, then we need to figure out who to pull out of retirement here to get the last check.
Um, yeah,
Who
that's
wants to harass Steve-O? Or I can go bug John. Boy, a no from both of those. I'll see if I can harass John. Additionally,
I
should
can
match
ask
exactly.
Steve-O. Are we gonna make another step down plea from this? John
From
is
idle
still around.
maintainers.
This
Yeah,
is
as we're adding folks, if they're folks that want to step down, might be a good opportunity.
I guess the thing is, yeah, I think with Containerd, I always prefer that you don't have to LGTM and review every change, but whenever there's a quorum vote, like
Yeah,
participation is needed.
we're trying to get me over on the Go Digest side, and we still have over here. I mean, Steve-O's over there as well. We need to get him on that one, but we still have VBATs over there, and I don't think he wants to be reviewing this stuff, so I want to go give him a ping at some point here.
You retired, right?
He retired from the specs, but he left his name on a few other things.
Maybe he like actually retired, not Brandon retired.
No,
Um,
he didn't retire. He just
No,
switched
I'm
industries.
kidding. I know. Oh, that sounds nice.
I mean, it would be nice, but sadly, no. Okay, so he got Derek's check on that one. Give you that little check there. Thank you for that. So yeah, we'll find someone. Either John, Steve-O, Jimmy. And that's all we got to do today. Let's see. I'm missing all the chat. You guys are having too much fun over here. Oh dear, we don't require a client to use upload location. I swore we still required that, didn't we?
Yeah, I was wondering if we should modify that language. It's the paragraph just below the one in So you can extend it and
So we get the blob push location, maybe consumable. So then once the blob push location has been obtained, perform the upload by doing a put request following the URL path, and then we say blob push location again there.
yep, keep going down just after the code blocks.
Blob push location may contain query parameters. So this is saying the client can send other stuff, or the server could have other stuff in there, so don't do any funny stuff with it. What am I missing?
Additionally, it should match the blob push location obtained from the post request. Why is that a should and not a must?
The only thing I would say there is potentially the client will want to add more stuff to it.
But this is the push location, the URL, not the new stuff.
Yeah, I mean there are times when the client is going to append the digest algorithm. So is it referencing that?
I'm just saying if we're going to tighten this up, that seems like we should require that you actually use the
Yeah.
location given.
I mean, if a client doesn't upload to the location they were given, they better have a darn good reason.
I mean, it's not going to work. It just is
Yep.
weirdly written in here.
I think this is the artifact of the idea before that possibly the UUID would be a value that would be stored and reconstructed. And I don't think that's relevant anymore. So
At the
I
very
think
least, we
switching
did
to
say it
must
should
is
not
fine.
be assembled manually.
I mean, there is one exception on that. So, I mean, I would say we should say it must match and must not be assembled manually except in this one case.
So is the one case you're saying just when they append the digest?
Well, it says the except where the absolute relative conversion is necessary. I mean, I think the
Okay.
digest is required.
Yeah. Okay, I can tighten that up. Both of these change to must. Must match exactly, must not be assembled manually. I see some plus ones and all of us laughing that the spec has been over the years slowly getting a little more organized here. And the room filled with crickets. Okay, that's rejoicing amongst OCI, I think. Anything else? We ran out of topics. Going once, going twice. Okay, I think we wrapped it up quick. Give you guys back 34 minutes of your day. How awesome is that?
Awesome. Thanks, man.
All right, folks. Have a great rest of your week. See you back here next week.
Thanks all.